and on a little, what's the word? Go out on a little day off, or anyway, let's not go. Brain not working. Hello, you lovely people of the internet, and welcome to another day of me being seriously messed up. And today's seriously messed up is a Thursday, and that means carer day. It also means some other things as well, but we will get there. So my carer arrived, but I'd fallen asleep again. It's like, this is a theme of the day, okay? I fell asleep and the buzzer went. And of course I realised straight away it was my carer, and it was like, oh bugger, I've fallen asleep again. And so we sat and talked for a little bit. There was something really funny said, and for the life of me I can't remember it. Possibly the reason I can't remember it is because after she went, I had to go out on an adventure into the outside. I had to pick some things up for me. I had to get some food and things for the widge and me. And I popped into the market to see Walter at Love Army HQ. He was very, very busy. And I bought some badges and this thing, this weird looking thing, not a sex toy. Could be. You'd have to be very adventurous, but then some people are. Always thought it's like, grip it really, really hard like that. And it kind of hurts my hand, right? But it's a controllable hurt. I was thinking it might help me if I'm in another one of those situations like I was earlier on this week or last week or whenever it was, because I can't remember, when I was hurting myself. This might be something better to be able to control that. So I bought myself that. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the other thing, so I bought the badges, this thing, and then I was bad. I bought something terrible. I'm going to have to go back over there, though. I don't know why I do these things, I really don't. But I also bought myself this beautiful little thing. It's a little seagull. Look at the little seagull. And when you press the little seagull, it goes, oh no. There's nothing not annoying about that, is there? And it's the things people do. The things people sell to people like me. But anyway, so how did today get in the shape that today has been? So when I came back from the shopping, all the shopping that I did, I was hungry, so I had something to eat. I thought, I know, I will just have a gentle lie down, and then I fell asleep. I did set an alarm, so I'd have ample time to wake up and start shooting the video. But the alarm went off, I turned it off, made noises that are a bit like, I don't want to get up, I'm just going to move around and make noises for a bit. And then another hour went, because I obviously fell asleep again. And now I am here, sat in front of the camera, and tack, with the microphone on me, and I'm talking. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know how I got here. I don't know if I've been abducted by aliens and this is me being probed or something. Probe is not real. And I'm not entirely sure. I didn't have a plan because of being asleep. Didn't know what I was going to talk about. I've got literally nothing in my head that would be of any use to anyone, except last night was creme de la creme. And so I performed poetry. I met some people, listened to some good poetry, listened to some short story kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, like flash fiction. It's like William Telford kind of stuff. Brilliant. But yesterday being creme de la creme, my girlfriend was there. She doesn't always go to them because, like, you know, she's like studying. She's got a life, you know, and doesn't always involve poetry, which is understandable because, you know, it's like in poetry. So we're having a conversation. I don't even know what the conversation was now. And something was mentioned about sheep and whales, and I got this image of a blue whale and a sheep in my head. And it was the thing of, no, not that kind of whales, but it was too late because the whale had already imprinted itself in this image of whatever we were talking about. And I think it was possibly a serious conversation about something. But because I didn't sleep well either, that's another thing. When I got in, tried to sleep, I couldn't. My brain would not switch off, and I was in pain of some sort. Why was I in pain? My ankle, the ache that I get in my ankle was doing the ache thing. That it's like a really painful ache. Can't remember what it is or why or anything. I've got no idea. Genuinely, brain's like, nah, dim functionio or something like that, which is me really mangling languages up. But I was in pain, so painkillers. Painkillers obviously don't make me that sleepy. So it was about 3:30, 4 o'clock when I went to sleep. My alarm went off at 6. I got up, I had a shower, did stuff, got dressed, and then fell asleep, and then my carer turned up. And the rest is not so much as history, but we've already done that, and I'm going to start going in a loop within myself, which is very strange. And I genuinely can't remember where I was going with this story. It was something to do with the whale and the sheep, of that misunderstanding. But then there's also a conversation I had with my carer, and suddenly like wallabies in the petting zoo are suddenly turned up, that you can pet wallabies in a petting zoo. Why my brain has suddenly retained that piece of information and fired it at me. It could be that she tried to do an Australian accent. It might well have been. I don't know. I was tempted to say, that's a really good Reg Varney, but I don't think she would have any idea who or what a Reg Varney is. And the explanation was, what do you mean you don't know who or what a Reg Varney is? On the buses, right? Yeah, that's it. On the buses, there's a character on that. I can't remember what character he plays, but it's played by Reg Varney. He's one of the main characters. But this has got nothing to do with On the Buses and everything to do with Rick Mail and Aid Edmondson, right? And this is much more to do with them, because at some point, Rick Mail either does an impression of someone, or he breaks out into Reginald Perrin. Is it Reggie Perrin he turns out into? No, he doesn't actually. Here's me getting confused. That's something else. Leonard Rossiter, right, was born in Liverpool. I didn't know that. I found that one out. Leonard Rossiter was born in Liverpool. So anyway, no, it's not that. It's not Reggie Perrin that Rick Mail does an impersonation of. It is, in fact, Rigsby from Rising Damp, played by Leonard Rossiter. But at some point, it seems that Rick Mail breaks out into Rigsby and says, I just sounded like Rigsby. And Aid Edmondson says, that was a very good Reg Varney. It could have been that one. And so it's something that in this, it started off as a Gutter Bunnies thing. I've told you about the Gutter Bunnies thing, haven't I? Gutter Bunnies being the thing that me and a group of trans people created for lockdown in 2020, is we needed some way of all of us staying sane, and so we created the Gutter Bunnies, where we'd sit and talk for ages about stuff. We were way too open, and we invaded other things, and we were rude on them, and we probably shouldn't have done it. In hindsight, I'd say we'd be on these other things, and like we'd look, and I would just sort of like just say Gutter Bunnies, and they'd go, yeah, and we'd disappear off this other thing and go and form our own, go back to our little group of things. But we were sometimes disruptive, and I do regret that. Somewhere. No, I don't regret it. We were just rude sometimes, and we probably shouldn't have been rude. And I was rude. Let's not blame other people. It's like, although it was collectively a thing, it's like I was rude, and like I did know better, and I do know better, and like it's like meh. It's like my phone bleeping at me. Well, there you go. Everything's pinging. It must mean something. So me Reg Varney anyway. Oh, if you spoonerise a Reg Varney, you get Veg Varney, which sounds like something you can eat. Right, that is, this absolute mess of a thing is finished because I've got nothing else to ramble on about. Leonard Rossiter's from Liverpool, from Toxteth, I think. Could be wrong. Can't remember now. It's a lovely place to end it all. Oh, Lepetamine, he also did Lepetamine, which is, it's if you haven't seen Lepetamine, Leonard Rossiter, Lepetamine, just, it is comedy gold. Now, hang on a minute, I've forgotten something, haven't I? Thank you for putting up with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love yous. Bye.